of joy, the mics are lit. Alex, Tim, and Joe bringing the grit. Daily drops for December, you know the drill. Game clubs, the vibe, giving you that thrill. Podmas 2025, we in the zone. Voices in your ear, you're never alone. Every day a new drop to unwrap and cheer. Game clubs, the gift, bringing holiday gear. Grab your headphones, tune in tight. Late night laughs or morning light. From RPGs to the classics they play. Spitting fire on the mic every single day. Joey's got the jokes, Tim's got the facts. Alex breaks it down, no game gets lax. Each episode's a gem, they're the squad. This holiday season, they're your pod gods. On the 2025, we in the zone. Voices in your ear, you're never alone. Every day a new drop to unwrap and cheer. Game club's the gift, bringing holiday gear.
I really like that song has the well-known phrase of "tune in tight."
I like that it says that every episode will be a hit, which we've recorded some of them, and no, they won't.
No, they won't. Tim, Joey, how are we for the third time tonight?
Good.
Bonza, mate. Fucking Bonza.
Absolutely wonga.
How are you, Alec?
You know, I'm here, I'm surviving after a crushing defeat.
No, because that's like 10 days from now, so shut up.
An upcoming defeat. I'm prepared to
keep
lose.
The mystery.
Or do I lose?
Jeez.
Anyway.
Well,
I'm so confused.
Today's episode... Today's episode...
That's all, folks.
That's all, folks.
That's it, that's the episode.
My headphones are telling me that they're going to die soon, so we got to wrap this up. Today's the 11th, which means
it started.
Yeah, but we've been recording for 2.5 hours now.
Get your headphones sorted. Get some wired ones.
Shut your face, Tim. Anyway, today's the 11th. Merry Christmas, everyone.
It's a time of loving and sharing.
The best time of the year to be a video game player. It is the Game Awards, hosted by Jeff Keighley. Now, obviously, tonight, you might be listening to this at 6 o'clock in the morning when it released. If so, what are you doing? But yeah, we're going to talk about some of our predictions for nominations. At the time of recording, they've still not told us who's nominated for what. They're cutting it real close to the wire, but we're going to talk about what we would like to see. Now, we are not going to cover every category in the Game Awards because there is several hundred of them. We also might not talk about your favourite video game that released in 2025 because there are apparently estimated between 27 and 47,000 video games released this year alone.
Alex's headphones can't hack that.
We're sad, we have no lives, but we do have jobs, so we cannot play 27,000 games. But we're going to talk about the categories that are probably the most relevant. We're not going to talk about any genre-specific, and we are not going to waste our time on esports and content creators, because who gives a shit?
Go FaZe.
Basically. Yeah, go FaZe.
When will he return?
Hopefully never. Right. So let's get on with this, shall we? We're going to start let's start with the big one. Why not? Game of the year, gentlemen. What do we think? Who do we think is going to be there? What?
3,
Everyone,
2, 1.
Silk
Balatro. Balatro.
Great. Well, Balatro doesn't count.
Balatro does count, because Balatro is Game of the Year every year.
Game of the Year 2025, not including the God of all games.
Okay, well, in that case, I think Clair Obscur should win it. I don't think it will win it, but I think it should win it.
I would say Silksong, but I haven't played Clair Obscur, so...
So I think Clair Obscur won't win it because of the time that it came out. I think that there is a real recency bias when it comes to the Game Awards, and because it was released in January, I think it might not even get nominated.
I think it would be an absolute shock if it didn't get nominated, but...
Well...
I mean, what other games do we think might be in there? Obviously, as Tim said, Silksong is a pretty good show.
Silksong will definitely be on there.
Split Fiction also came out this year.
Hades 2 came out this year.
Hades
Death Stranding
2,
2 came out this year.
Did it?
Ghost of Yotai came out this year.
That did come out this year.
And don't forget that the Switch 2 launched with 2. big hitters in Mario Kart and Donkey Kong.
DK.
Donkey Kong.
Yeah, I wanted it to be Clair Obscura, personally.
Mm-hmm.
I know Joey feels the same sentiment. I think if Tim ever played the games that he bought himself, he'd probably think the same as well.
I don't think you did buy it. I think Payne.
No, I bought it for Payne's birthday, and then she refunded it because then she didn't know if she wanted to play it or not, and then she saw it and was like, "No, I do want to play this," and it would already been refunded.
Cool story, Tim.
But it's still in the family library.
Yeah, that's because I have it.
So Tim spent the refunded money on Payne's birthday present on himself.
That sounds about right, doesn't it? Anyway,
No comment.
Intermarital disputes, neither here nor there. Best indie game, Tim?
When I was looking at my picks for this, I tried to avoid giving one game multiple awards.
Okay.
So I've put Silksong initially, if we didn't particularly give a shit about that rule, but if we do, I would say Blueprints. Have you guys played Blueprints or
no? I've seen bits. Yeah,
it's phenomenal. I am a sucker for any game that makes you whip out a pen and paper to write stuff down. I love that kind of almost conspiratorial note-taking that you saw in things like Return of the Obra Dinn.
Mm-hmm.
Just give me that analog puzzle solving. It's unbelievably satisfying.
Yeah, I heard great things about it. I think I haven't played it. I think the winner of this will be Hollow Knight Silksong, and that's what I'm going to say on this one for me.
Yeah, I agree. I think it is probably going to be Silksong because of the reception it received, because it's been anticipated for, 4 or 5 years now, something like that.
Yeah.
It's obviously been quite well received. I would like to see Hades 2 win. I've not played Hades 2, but I've recently been playing Hades 1, and it is a great little addition to the roguelike genre, and it's just fun. The writing's great, the music's great, the gameplay's solid. But I do think it'll probably go to Hollow Knight.
Have you played Silksong, Alex?
No, I've not played any of the Hollow Knight games.
Oh, you don't need to play. You don't need to play Hollow Knight to play Silksong. Silksong is brilliant. I'm nowhere near far enough into it for the praise I'm giving it, but it's just what I've played is magnificent.
I think it might be something I end up playing on. I think, and I know Tim mentioned this a while ago, but I've got a Steam Deck now, and it is changing the way I play games. I'm playing more games than ever, and Silksong might end up being one of them because I think Tim bought it.
Yeah, it's a treasure.
I got it for Tim.
Yes, that's right, for my birthday. Thank you for that.
Did you refund it and buy it again?
No, I refunded it and bought it for me.
Smart.
Yeah, smart.
Smart. Yeah, so right. Silksong, I think, is our collective vote for.
I think, that's what we think is going to win. It's not necessarily what I want to win, but, Yeah. Silksong or Hades, give it to one of them. Best narrative. Joey, I think me and you were on the same page for this one.
So we didn't discuss this no duplicate games for this, and my pick is Clair Obscur Expedition 33. I don't see how any other game can top Clair Obscur in the narrative for 2025. It's just beautifully told. I'm really at a tough moment here because I don't want to say anything too much because you guys haven't got as far as me and Tim hasn't started it, and I genuinely think it's one of those games that if you go in knowing spoilers, you will have a diminished experience, and I absolutely don't want that for you, because especially Act 1 and, Act 2, where I am, is absolutely mind-blowing. I couldn't put it down.
I think
the only thing I know about it is that there is a parry system. That's it.
It's built on a parry system.
That's all you need to know for now until you start playing it. I think especially with story-based games, story-based RPGs, you usually tend to find that you've got this central story, and then there's other bits on the side that sometimes just feel a bit sort of like they've chucked it in there for the sake of padding the story or padding the game more. I have yet to feel that at all with Clair Obscura. Everything feels like it is a vital, integral part of the story.
Yeah, and beautifully done.
And it's so well told. But Tim, as the
Well,
voice of reason...
Sorry, as a spoiler, we will be covering it in 2026.
Yeah.
We will be.
So you'll have to play it now, Tim.
Okay.
No, Tim will have to play a game that he bought.
But Tim,
Shocking.
as the only person who's not played the game, what are you thinking for this?
Silent Hill F.
Okay.
That's not a bad shout.
I love the story of this. I loved its storytelling. I love interpretation. I love metaphors. I love analogies. I love symbolism. And I love, as I've mentioned, conspiratorial level shit. And this is all of that rolled into a horror thing with an albeit frustrating combat system, but we're not talking about combat. We are just talking story. In terms of a story, it is a knockout for me.
And I do
agree.
think, I do think if it wasn't for Clair Obscura coming out the same year, it would probably have taken narrative.
Yeah, I agree completely. You beat me to it, Alex.
Great little game. Best score
Great
and
little game
music.
makes it sound like a little indie title.
It does a little bit. Yeah, no, it's a massive game. It's a massive game. Let's talk best score and music. Tim?
Why don't you go first, Alex? You've not gone first on any.
Oh, have I not? It's because I'm hosting.
No.
For me, I'm sounding like a broken record now, but I've put Hades 2 because everything that Darren Korb has ever put out has been immaculate. Obviously, he did Hades 1, he did Transistor, he did Banner... No, he didn't do Banner Saga, that was Austin Wintry. What was the other one he did?
Pass.
It's Bastion. That had a great
got an elite soundtrack.
That had a very strong soundtrack, and I think Hades... I've not played Hades 2, I've not heard Hades 2's soundtrack, but Hades 1's soundtrack is incredible. I have also put, because there's a bit of recency bias and favouritism going on here, the Clair Obscura soundtrack by Lorien Testard and Alice Dupois-Percier. Because, again, that is some phenomenal music.
Yeah, amazing music.
Go on, Tim.
I've gone for Pokemon Legends ZA. It's got an absolutely, it's not like a big emotional soundtrack, but what it is a fucking grooving.
And Bowie's gone.
Joey's gone. No, genuinely, Pokemon Legends ZA has got some exceptional music in it. It might actually be one of the big highlights of that game for me.
Do you feel like it might be hamstrung a little bit by the online backlash of the just horrific graphics?
Well, the graphics aren't horrific.
They're not great.
They're fine.
There was a reflection of a building that didn't exist.
But we're not talking about graphics, we're talking about score.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is, do you think that might pull it down as an overall entry into anything?
No, because we're talking about score. It's nothing to do with visuals.
Yeah, but you know how fickle gamers are.
Oh, yeah.
That's right, I'm talking to our entire audience. Joey?
I think we're forgetting something, guys. One, we're forgetting that Clair Obscura came out this year. We're not.
I said Clair Obscura.
I know you did. That was a joke. I think that could easily win. But I think we're forgetting that a Doom game came out in 2025.
Doom the Dark Ages with Mick Gordon's soundtrack. I know it wasn't Mick Gordon.
Wasn't it Mick Gordon?
No, he's not done it since Doom Eternal because he had a big old fallout with Bethesda and id Software over the licensing of his music.
Have either of you played Doom the Dark Ages?
I have. It's visceral.
It's something that I've seen some Let's Play of.
I haven't seen anything of it and I've never played it. But you know what I have done? Listen to the
soundtrack.
goddamn soundtrack, and it's awesome.
Doom constantly has great soundtracks. I think it's one of the things you go to for it.
In a bold attempt to not give Clair Obscura my award for everything, I'm going to go with Doom the Dark Ages for this one.
That is a very good shout.
Good.
Let's go to the next category. We're going to talk about best performance. Yeah. Gentlemen, anything?
I have two.
I have one.
Two in the same game. Say it out loud. What game is it?
Is it
Claire
Claire Obscura?
Is Kirsty Ryder, who is the voice actor and character actor for Loon in Claire Obscure, is outstanding, as is Charlie Cox, who plays Gustav. And I've just found out now that Andy Serkis is in it, so makes the game even better.
Who is he in? Or is it someone I've probably not met yet?
It's someone you definitely haven't met yet.
Okay, fair
It's
enough.
Gollum. He's just in there.
Gollum is there.
He's just there.
Gollum is always there ever since your first episode, Alex.
I knew it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so Claire Obscure, Kirsty Lewis is my vote.
In a bold attempt to not say anyone in Claire Obscura because I couldn't pick one, although they are all incredible, including the voice actor for Eski.
I love Eski. He's so cool.
What a great bit of voice acting.
I'm really sorry. I've actually given the wrong person. Kirsty Lewis is great, but I was thinking about Jennifer English, who plays Mael.
She's also Shadowheart in
She is, yeah.
Well, she should win because Mael is a fantastic character.
Yep. For me, again. So try not to say Claire Obscura for everything. Erika Ishii, who plays Atsu in Ghost of Yotai, because that came out this year.
Not seen anything of it really.
No,
I've seen bits, and I've seen that her performance was very good, because I think this was one where they did all the mocap around their movement as well.
Right.
Which obviously adds a whole extra level of performance. I could be way off mark here, but I'm just a little guy.
I know we're trying not to do Claire Obscure for everything, Alex, but I was going to try and find something else for this one. I can't get over a game and a character that physically brought me to tears and made me stop wanting to speak to people whilst I'm playing that game.
Does Gollum not have that effect on you?
Different reasons, but
still crying.
Yeah. But for me, I know I could look for other performances, and I'm sure I could find other performances, but beyond Charlie Cox and Jennifer English in Expedition 33, I don't even think it's worth doing. This is one I genuinely think I would be annoyed if they didn't win.
Yeah, I agree. Tim?
I would... No, I've not played this game. However, I have played the prequel, or the original one before this one came out. I've gone with Troy Baker's performance in Death Stranding 2. I've not played Death Stranding 2. I know that obviously Norman Reedus, the actress who plays Fragile, and even Troy Baker in Death Stranding 1 were exceptional. But everything I have seen about Death Stranding 2 has been Norman Reedus' character Higgs, and he is stealing every fucking scene. He does such a good job in that game.
Troy Baker's character Higgs. Sorry, you said Norman Reedus' character.
Sorry,
Higgs.
not Norman Reedus' character. Troy Baker's character Higgs.
Do you know what I love about every time you see anything of Higgs, whether it's in 1 or 2?
He's just weird.
He's just chewing the scenery so much that there'll be nothing left. It's fantastic.
He does a great job.
He does do a very good job.
Yeah.
It's a good shout.
I think it's a very good shout, yeah. Yeah. It was a good game.
Yeah.
It was a very good game. Most anticipated game for 2026.
We know what's going to win this, don't
assuming that whatever we say is actually going to release in 2026. But yes, we all know it's probably going to be GTA 6.
Yeah, like I say, assuming they don't push it back another 6 months.
So let's...
Well, I don't mind them pushing it back if they want to put out a good product. What I don't want to hear at the end of it is we spent so much time and money on this, it's actually a $120 game.
It's going to happen.
From what I've heard as well, and I'm happy to be told otherwise, I've heard that they're aiming for 30 FPS on PS5.
Nice.
Come on, it's 2020. It'll be 2026 when this game comes out. Why are we still aiming for 30?
I don't think there's a problem with 30 FPS. I know it's not like the quality that you'd really want, but in a game like GTA and the level of detail that they want to put in, they aim and they manage to achieve a consistent 30 FPS, then, all power to them. I don't want the anticipation to push up the price of something. I mean, let's be real, none of us are particularly console gamers. Tim, I know you've got a PlayStation 5. Alex, I don't believe you have a latest gen console.
No, we had an Xbox One at one point, and that was the end of that.
Yeah. So none of us are going to see this game for a few years at least, and I imagine even when it does come out, the hardware requirements are going to price most people out of it, and then on top of that, it's going to be like a £150 game when it comes to PC. So I would be disappointed to see it, but I think we're ultimately going to, which is a shame.
Let's talk though. Have any of you looked at any of the other upcoming 2026 games? Let's talk that instead.
Yes.
Yakuza Kiwami 3 is getting a remake. The 3 is getting a remake in the form of Kiwami 3. I love Yakuza 3, and it's also getting a story expansion in the form of Dark Ties, which is kind of in the same vein as the Lost Judgment series. I'm very excited for that.
Nice.
Although they butchered one of the characters' faces, some of the face, so I don't know why they've done that.
AI?
I don't think it was AI.
Just AI. It's always AI. If something's bad, blame AI too.
Al.
It's Al's fault.
I am going to go for a game called Ill, which we saw at the Summer Games Fest, I think. It's the same team that made Atomic Heart, and it looks like everything I wanted the Callisto Protocol to be. It looks just excellent, like first-person body horror, action-ish shooter. And it just looks really good. I'm really looking forward to it when it comes out. Yet to be announced as when that is, though, but we expect 2026. How about you, Alex?
Well, I was scrolling through 2026 games, and I found 3. So, Fable is supposed to be coming out next year.
I don't think it's coming out at all, dude.
I know.
Can't wait to be back in the Peter Molyneux cycle of talk shit about the previous game while bigging up your next one.
Well, hold on. Super Hands is in it.
That is a very cool thing, and I'll give you that. Have you seen, by the way, that he absolutely hates being having Super Hands referenced at him?
Yeah, he does. I went to see him do a DJ set once, and someone shouted Super Hands at him, and he called him a twat.
I'm a big fan of the Fable series, and I want, like, it's like the fucking Elder Scrolls. We want a new one, and they just keep giving us crap. But that is what it is.
I don't think I've ever played a Fable game.
I don't like them.
That sounds like a future episode to me.
Yeah, that sounds like a tiki. Something else I saw, there is a game called Exodus, which is going to be a sci-fi RPG, so I'm guessing somewhere in the vein of Mass Effect, by a studio called Archetype Entertainment, who are former BioWare devs. So that could be something. Could be something.
You said the word Mass Effect. I'm sure I heard Dan Francisco from Gaming and Casting Views somewhere explode with happiness.
Yeah, no, this door is rattling beside me. I'm trying to keep him out. And there was a third game I saw, and from what brief little bit I've looked into it, it looks like it's something in the similar vein to Still Wakes the Deep. It's a horror investigation game called Cthulhu: The Cosmic Abyss. And it's one of these sort of, I think it was described as you're stuck on a stranded something or other, station, ship, whatever it might be, and you're investigating what's happened there. But with it being Cthulhu, it's going to be a lot of Lovecraftian cosmic horror stuff. And I think that, I'm not a horror fan, but I do like Cthulhu and sort of cosmic horror stuff, so that could be very interesting.
What did you think of Still Wakes the Deep, Alex?
I never played it.
We did for the podcast, and I ballsed it up and lost the recording. So we played it and we loved it. I actually think if you like cosmic horror, you'd probably like Still Wakes the Deep.
I might have a little check at it.
Yeah, you should do.
But yeah, there's loads of games that are slated to come out next year. Whether or not they all do is a very different question. There's a lot of guff in there, but then there's seems to be a lot of sequels, a lot of remasters and reduxing and reimaginings and all this other stuff, as there is every year.
I'd like if they did release games as reductions. It's the same game, but we've taken things out.
Less.
Say less, literally.
There's just looking at the list. There's all sorts. Dynasty Warriors is coming out twice. There's a game called Hermit and Pig. God knows what that's going to be. There's some
It's a
anime
Sesame Street
games.
horror game.
Code Vein 2, another anime game. Neo 3.
Code Vein was sick.
Even as someone who's not mad at anime, I can tell you Code Vein is good.
Well, there's
an anime Souls-like game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's a Code Vein 2 coming out. Where's it gone? The 30th.
Yeah, we saw it at Summer Games Fest.
Maybe it'll be a future episode. Right. Best art direction.
Only one answer for me. Silent Hill. F.
Silent Hill, yeah?
Silent Hill.
I
in
would
your
also
area.
go with Silent Hill, but I gave that best narrative, and if I'm following my rule, I can't. So I've gone with Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that came out this year, didn't it?
Yeah, the game did not perform particularly well, but the game is gorgeous.
He's bloody gorgeous.
I think for me, we're in an age now where everyone wants to try and have the best, most realistic looking art in the world, so I've given it to Hades 2 and Blueprint because
realism ages very quickly.
Yes. But stylized choices, whether it's cell shading, comic book styles, whatever it is, that's always going to look good. And it's stuff that can run on potato PCs.
Yeah.
So I would like to see something like that. Because it would be nice to get the message out to devs that not everything needs to be hyper realistic. You need a 5030 turbo with, a diesel generator in your backyard to run it.
It's a pretty broad statement. I think a lot of indie devs see that.
Do I have to get a refund on my diesel generator now then?
You're killing the environment, Tim.
I just want to play my games at Ultra.
I want to play my games at 240p.
I want to play Minecraft at 60 FPS, says Tim. Right. Best game direction. Say it with me, Joey. It's Claire Obscura.
I'm going to come out here with a sleeper hit that hopefully you guys are going to go, oh, yeah.
Go on.
Thank goodness you're here.
That wasn't 2025.
It was.
No, because I bought that for your last birthday.
No.
There's
the
no
list I saw.
Yes.
I'm sure it was 2024.
Thank goodness you're here.
I bought you that for your birthday last year. 1st of August 2024.
All right, fine. Claire Obscura wins.
A good sleeper for last year's would have been great, but
yeah, it's a good sleeper. You're just a year late.
So sleepy, it slept the whole year. No, it was a good one.
I said a similar thing for the narrative for it. Everything in Claire Obscura has been thought about in terms of the direction of the game and how everything works. Something else I've put on here, though, is just for technical expertise of telling a cohesive story across two different sort of genres, split fiction.
More than two genres, dude.
But that's what you know what I mean. Like it's.
Well done, Tim.
You've got your fantasy side of it, and you've got your sci-fi side of it, and I think it would have been very easy for them to muddle it up and it all just be a sort of greyish sci-fi fantasy type thing. But from what I've seen and heard of it, they did very well to not.
Well, I played it through with our good friend Josh from Talking Smack on our Twitch channel, and whilst I think it's one of the best games come out this year, I think if not for Claire Obscura, it might take my pick for best game of the year. But I actually think the directing character-wise is the weakest area. I think the two characters were often quite overly cheesy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'd put it up for best game direction.
Tim, any more sleeper hits from previous years?
No.
I really liked Half-Life 2, said Tim.
What about Tetris?
Balatro.
God, I remember Pong. Yeah, Balatro. Balatro can be best game direction of 2025.
Yeah.
Speaking of Balatro, best ongoing game.
I'm going to give it to the same thing that I give it to every year, Final Fantasy XIV. They will never stop putting out massive expansions.
Good.
Or I have heard from people that I know are very much in the franchise that the recent stuff that they've been putting out has been weak at best and a bit lazy.
I've not played in a while, but I know they're still getting massive updates.
Very long time, but yeah, it's apparently it's losing its player base hand over fist at the minute because what they're putting out is just, I think, and I hope I'm thinking of the right thing here, but what I've been told is they're putting out so much content to appease new players that veteran players are being forgotten and they're just getting sort of rehashes of the same raids and things like that, and as a result they're losing that sort of existing player get base in favour of people coming in, trying it for a bit and then forgetting to cancel their subscriptions. How true that is, I don't know, because it has been a little while since I've played it.
Yeah.
So, can I ask, for this category, I have two. Neither of them I'm particularly strong feelings on, so if you bat one of them away, I'll accept. The one that I'm going to mention first had 9 or 8 enormous patches that changed the game considerably, and the final patch was in April this year. Would that constitute being an ongoing game?
Are you on about Baldur's Gate 3?
I am on about Baldur's Gate 3.
I mean, I would say so, because it's a game that didn't come out this year and they've been consistently working on it. And even so far as them saying, this is it, we're done developing this game, they still keep putting stuff out.
Yeah, and I think the level of complexity with each patch that comes out and the size of each patch that came out. I know that number 8 was the final one, but as it's April, I was going to say Baldur's Gate 3. But my other thought was Helldivers 2, released on Xbox with loads of content. But obviously, I think the development of Helldivers 2 is kind of up and down with how much it appeases the people that play it and how much it's based towards forcing you to buy the microtransactions. So I'm unsure. It will be Fortnite that wins this, I imagine.
As it is most years.
But Baldur's Gate 3 and Helldivers 2 were my choices, because the stuff they released this year, Helldivers 2, was fun. It was good. It opened to a new player base on Xbox pretty well, I think. So, yeah, those are my nominations.
Yeah, I think...
Did you guys see that that with the Simpsons expansion for Fortnite, they've reached their peak player count?
It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know that there's an NPC Flanders that beats you up in it.
Amazing. Does he hit you with a left hook?
And apparently
he hits you with some, like, a stick or something. It's an in-joke from The Simpsons, but I can't remember what it is.
But then they've also released the new map, which is Springfield, supposedly.
Yeah.
And
when are we downloading Fortnite, boys?
I was gonna say I'm almost tempted to install Fortnite and play it for a bit.
I would play it.
Shall we play some Fortnite on stream?
Should we play Fortnite on stream, guys?
Maybe.
I think we're gonna start playing Fortnite, aren't we?
We're gonna become Fortnite streamers. My hair's being dyed blue as we speak.
Let's not put ourselves in that category, please.
Don't forget to cringily floss on New Year's.
God.
I think Baldur's Gate is a very good shout. I don't think it'll get nominated.
I don't think so either.
I'd love to see it up there because Content Patch 8, which I think you said came out in April this year, introduced a new subclass for every class in the game. That is 12 new classes, including spells, including dialogue, including all sorts. I think for you to say that this is our last patch, here you go, and then give you that is a hell of a mic drop.
Well, they're still doing hot fixes and
yeah, they're going to continue
like
doing hot fixes for a while, I think.
Yeah.
For me, for this category, it's the same one. It's the same game I give every year. It's No Man's Sky. They keep putting out massive content updates for free in a similar vein to Baldur's Gate. They keep putting out these massive, massive content updates for free to the point that it is a running joke in the No Man's Sky community of please let us pay for your DLCs. Because they don't just, you get some games where they drop a DLC and it's like, oh, here's 2 extra missions that you can do. Here's a small handful of new guns that you can play with. No Man's Sky go, here is a whole new way to play the game. Crack on.
I don't think I've ever played it.
If you like exploration sort of and stuff like that, it's a very good game. I enjoy it.
Just be aware there's a big element of survival crafting in it.
There is an element of it, yeah. But it's more resource management and stuff. Now with freighters and corvettes, the whole base building thing is a lot less.
Can you build a
needed.
factory and optimize it, or am I looking at a different game?
You might need to play something called Factorio.
Oh, okay.
Or if you want a 3D experience, Satisfactory.
Well, there you go.
Excuse me. Right.
Bless you.
Last category, gentlemen. Now, I said we weren't going to do any genre-based categories, but I ran out of things to look at, and as we are a weekly streaming podcast playing games together quite frequently, I thought, best multiplayer game of the year.
I'm interested to hear what Tim says for this.
I've gone with 2XKO.
I'm suddenly less interested in what Tim has to say about this.
All right. No, it's obviously fighting game makes my dopamine go brr, but like this 2XKO has genuinely put a fun and interesting twist on.
Is this the tag team one?
Yeah, it's Riot's new fighting game.
Yeah.
And normally what will happen in tag-based assist fighters, I think I talked about this either on the Evo.
You did.
Yes, I did. But what will normally happen in tag-based fighters is you will control your main character along with your assists that come from your other tags. Whereas if you're playing this in 2v2 mode, 2XKO, you have no control over what the other player does. They can just jump in at any time and throw out an assist for you. And it creates that whole teamwork and that whole feeling of, I need help here, I need to get out of this, or I need help to do this. And it creates a real sense of coordination with awesome balance, great visuals, and you know what? For free, can't go far wrong.
So when me and you going to become professional 2KXO players?
I would love to see if the 2v2 mode works online. I might look that up right now, actually.
Is it out already? I thought it wasn't released yet.
It's out in open beta, and I think it's releasing this month.
Oh, right, okay. Fair enough. Joey?
Cast your mind back to the end of February 2025. The game that I had the most fun playing in multiplayer dropped, and we've played it on stream a number of times. It's been updated quite a lot since we last played it. It's Repo. Repo is the dumbest fun I think I've ever had in a video game.
So Go on.
Sorry, go on, Alex.
I was just going to say, I didn't think of Repo, because for some reason I thought that came out last year.
No, I considered that as well, but this is the recency bias I mentioned with Claire Obscure. Repo, I have sat on the stream on camera crying, laughing. The things that happen when you pick up the slow motion potions and the love potions when your character starts talking, the dumb fun of the enemies is great. And they've just introduced a thing where if you die, you can possess your head for a little while and talk to the players that are near your body. It's just excellent, and I would love to go back to playing it. Repo is my choice for multiplayer game of the year.
Oh, there's nothing better than when you can just hear down a hallway, just a really distant, I wonder what this does, and then just silence.
Well, I think we had
usually
a spate of extraction comedy games like Lethal Company and those kind of things.
Content warning.
I just feel like they focus quite a lot on the horror element or the comedy element, whereas Repo took stupidity to the next level, and I'm all here for it.
It was a good time, and I do think we need to play it on stream again, because I genuinely, like you say, it's one of those games where you just cry laughing, and by the time you're done, you're there going, oh crap, it's 1 o'clock in the morning.
Perfect kind of game. Alex, what's your choice?
Well,
it's Repo
like I said,
now, isn't it?
I said, didn't think of Repo, but it might be now. Similar kind of vein.
I did consider Peak.
Peak's been very fun.
Peak was fun. I don't think it gripped me in the same way that Repo gripped us, though.
No,
Not for me,
I don't.
anyway.
Peak's simplicity makes it, I think.
Yeah.
But I felt like every playthrough of Repo felt a little bit different, whereas Peak didn't always feel different. And I think that's because Peak operates on a daily seed. So your playthrough, if you played 5 times through in a single day, it'll always be the same map. Whereas if you play once one day and once the next day, it'll be a different map. Whereas with Repo, every single game is procedurally generated and randomized with the enemies.
Yeah. I think if Peak had the option to, when you're making your multiplayer lobby, say randomized seed on each player, it would add a lot more to it. But I think it's a good game. They've been releasing a lot. They've been doing a lot of updates, so there's a lot of new biomes, and their TikTok is just great. Every time they release something on TikTok, it's how advertising should be done.
It's a brilliant game. It's really good fun. It's cheap and it's accessible. And the devs do stupid stuff like join streams in the form of the toy Bing Bong at the start of the game and start talking to them to freak them out. And it's another one that's just fun. It doesn't take itself too seriously. And I think that's what multiplayer games often should do.
Yeah. But yeah, that's us with our predictions for the things we care about, as we say. We're not going to have any interest in esports or streamers or Call of Duty, but we will be coming back for another episode I think it'll be releasing next week, possibly. I'm just getting so on the 18th of December, we will be releasing our episode where we are discussing the nominations and results after having had the time to watch them, for Tim to have a nap, and for us to record and edit. So look out for that on the 18th. Tomorrow, we're going to be watching a film, guys. We're going to watch Die Hard.
Wow.
Because it's a Christmas film.
Great Christmas movie.
Excellent.
But yeah.
Nice.
Good night, goodbye, and good luck.
God bless.
Dog bless everyone.
Dog bless.
Yeah.
Well, where's that thing? There it is. Oh. Ooh.
Of joy, the mics are lit. Alex, Tim, and Joe bringing the grit. Daily drops for December, you know the drill. Game clubs, the vibe, giving you that thrill. Podmas 2025, we in the zone. Voices in your ear, you're never alone. Every day a new drop to unwrap and cheer. Game clubs, the gift, bringing holiday gear. Grab your headphones, tune in tight. Late night laughs or morning light. From RPGs to the classics they play. Spitting fire on the mic every single day. Joey's got the jokes, Tim's got the facts. Alex breaks it down, no game gets lax. Each episode's a gem, they're the squad. This holiday season, they're your pod gods. On the 2025, we in the zone. Voices in your ear, you're never alone. Every day a new drop to unwrap and cheer. Game club's the gift, bringing holiday gear.
Hey.
Holiday gear indeed.